Not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Just know my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Let's go. 30 base.
Line 54. Let's go, D. Gonna be a long day offense.
Go out.
Let's go.
Ito Smith, his first carry. Jalen Mills in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Watch the shot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go. Ten Lobo.
From the gun on 3rd down. Clifford. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Here we go. Set. 60 yards. Here we go.
Throwing on first down. Clifford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the side.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hey, wahoo! Leo!
Pull together. Hey, switch gears.
Get it!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Clifford, he's going to rifle one deep left side. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
At the 11-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Now Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Luka T. Got one. Tie it right. Alone. 3 down.
Penny, a first down carry. Fighting through, and he's got space. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, 79 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
All day, just like that.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Clifford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 13. Check. There. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. That's complete to Smith. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Got it. 52. Mike 52. Hey, tight. Hey, check 24. Let's go.
They go back to the ground now with Smith. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Big stop, let's go.
552. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Throwing on 3rd and long. Clifford, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are you going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season.
Come on, that.
22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover.
Run pass.
A delayed give to Gallman. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, and they really embrace him.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Tackles.
40.
54. Mike 54.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Ready.
Mike's by 4.
Get ready. Smooth.
Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike.
Here we go, here we go.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On first down, Clifford. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hard, hard. 54. You ain't going nowhere. Bravo.
Alert 3.
Throwing again, Clifford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
He's not going to get me. Get it.
From the gun, Clifford. It's caught. Smith. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson going to throw again. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
14, run it.
54. Check pass.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Got a man. It's Berrios complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Bang out.
54, right there.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. That's complete to Gallman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick here is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go,
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down, Falcons.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Operating from the gun, Clifford. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Ito Smith. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the run, it's Smith. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 2nd down, it's Green. And a short gain here, down to the 22.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Hey, box truck.
Looking to throw. Clifford. And that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm trying to collect. Under 10. Under 18.
They'll run it again with Penny. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st and 10, Clifford complete. Smith has it. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Back to throw. Clifford. This one caught by Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line.
Throwing on 1st down. Clifford. He's got Smith here. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hey, Sam off.
Push him back. Push him back. Shoot. Check.
Ready.
2nd and 6. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Ready to break.
Mike's 5-4.
You don't see me in your...
You draw corker.
You don't see me in your nightmare. He's coming. We got double up. Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, baby. Turn around. Get that ball.
Hey, orbit.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Now.
From the gun, Clifford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Falcons have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Right there.
Now Wilson. This is Jennings. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll look to throw. And His throw's going to be incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and that'll make it third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
54, Mike, 54.
Back to throw. And able to connect with Berrios. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
He'll look to throw. Completes it to Jennings. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Here's Gallman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
14. 52, got it.
Throwing now is Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. On the draw, this is Gallman. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
No, check that.
He's back to throw.
Come get some. Come on here, come get some.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. This is Gallman. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. 5.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Go, go. Mike 54. Mike 54.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Seahawks, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.